Hello and welcome to this new lesson on Power BI, where we will reproduce this first page, Customer, by geographical area, regarding this AdventureWorks model. So we will do what we did in previous lessons for the model with 700 rows. So first we will create a new page, where we will reproduce from scratch what I have already done. So I click here, rename, copy it, and rename, write the same thing here. So customers by geographic area. So here I first created this pie chart. I will copy it as I did in previous lessons. I will bring it here to see the fields I took. And here I click in the white, select an empty pie chart. And I see that I took the state province for the legend. And for the values field, the customers, so let's take them as case well, in this case too. Then state province in the legend. And customers. In the values here, I have already reproduced this report. Obviously, it needs to be adjusted here. We can go into the graphic adjustments. Let's expand a bit, and let's say that, so the labels are already there. Obviously, if I remove the data labels, they would disappear here. Obviously, the data labels are already present. And let's go in general. Let's go to the title and maybe write them in Italian, customers by states and provinces. So customers, I made a spelling mistake. Customers by states and provinces. Here, we have already reproduced this, so we are going to put it here as we did on this other side. Then we reproduce it actually. Let's take the same size so we can reconstruct it exactly the same. So let's overwrite it here. Let's see when it reaches the red dash. And then we make it exactly the size I made it. Let's delete this one. So we put this here, where I placed it in the report I already made. Then I made another pie chart below, clients not by state and province, but by region of the world. As you can see, here are the United States, and here are more states of the United States. For example, California and the state of Washington. Just as for Australia, there are more states, as there will be for Canada, that were federal as well as Germany. So I'm going to copy it. I'll take it to another region. I'll take it to this other part. I'm going to select an empty pie chart. And so here I put in the legend, the country, and region. And here I always put the customers. So here we put in the legend, country, region. And here we put the clients in the values. We have already done this as well. Let's make it the same size as another region of mine to reproduce exactly what I did so that everything fits well. So we move it. We're going to delete the one below. We move this here in line with that other one. We go to change the title, so we go here in the visual object format, general title, and here we write clients by world regions, Then we also go to reproduce the tables. So we go here, copy the first state, province, and clients. Then I paste it here. I move it here for a moment so I can take the measurements. And I will do. Now click to deselect everything, empty table. Let's make it the same size as this one, and we go here. And we go to put it here. So in this table, I will do. Now click to deselect everything, empty table. Let's make it the same size as this one, and we go here. And we go to put it here. So in this table, what did I put? State, province, and customer. So let's put state, and then I put, as you see, customer ID, this field here. Let's put the customer ID and delete what we have imported. And as you can see here is the ID of the customer. So the identifier, I want the count by status. So what should I do? I have to go. Otherwise, I want to see how many customers there are in Alabama, in the state of Alberta, etc. I want to go and do the summation because as you see, Alberta and Alabama. Alberta, which is a state in Canada, Alabama in the United States, or Bayern in Germany, and therefore it recurs multiple times, whereas Alabama and Alberta should only recur once, and they should sum up. So I will have to tell them. To do the counting, I need to click here, because here it says customer does not count customer of customer ID, and I have to tell him to do the count. At this point, he did the count for me, and as you can see now, Alabama and Alberta are written only once they appeared under other states, Arizona, Bayern, Brandenburg, etc. So let's go here to expand a bit and to narrow a bit here, because we don't need this. So state province, we had called this customers by state. So let's write the same thing. Actually, let's write it in Italian state province. And here we write number clients then. Everything in alphabetical order. It was already in alphabetical order. And now you see that I have the number of customers by state. Now let's also do the number of customers by world region. I copy it and bring it here too. I go to get an empty table. Control-Zs, I delete this one. No, I made a mistake. I clicked on the table with the chart selected, so it turned it into a table. I take this opportunity to tell you that you can do this at any time. I am going to press Ctrl-Z, restore the chart. Click in the white space to have nothing selected. I take my empty table and I go to Put, Ctrl-Z country region, and I call it world region, and then I go to Put customer by region. So I take the field again, customer ID, and I go to tell it that I want the count of this. And so now I have the count by region of the world. So I remove what I had brought from here and I go to replace it with this. So you can also see a bit how it's done. The graphic objects move the visual objects. And as you see, if I go to see the total by state province, there are 18,485 clients. And the same also here, we write number of clients, and also below. The total for individual states, 18,485, and the total for individual states by world regions is 18,485, so everything is perfectly synchronized. So now I will be able to choose a region of the world, like Australia, and see how things have gone in Australia. How many customers I have in Australia, now how things have gone. I can also see it for sales, for orders, for many other data that are there in this data set. In this case, we are seeing it in relation to customers, and here it has already divided them for me by states of Australia, so Victoria, Tasmania, South Australia, Queensland, and New South Wales. So for all the states of Australia, so if I select Canada, it will select Alberta, British Columbia, and Ontario. And in the chart, in the region, it will obviously show me only Canada in the regions of the world, while up here in the state province charts, it will show me all 3 states of Canada. So if I go to select Germany here, it shows me all the states that make up Germany. The federal states, the states that make up the federal state, who will show me only Germany here and here, the entire customer situation, and therefore also with the relative percentages of the total. Because, for example, in this state, in this section of the pie chart, with 440 customers, therefore 0.44.440 customers, he tells me that these 440 customers from this state of Germany represent 2.39% of the total of all customers. So of the total of these 18,400 customers, as you can see, the tool is really powerful. Because here, we didn't even have to build the percentage formula, because Power BI has already set up the macro and presents it to us automatically without having to do a really enormous amount of work on Excel or other programs. This is a tool, definitely to be used in the company because it is extraordinary. In the next lesson, we will build this other page of the report, where we will highlight the number of customers by age, and then we will see how these numbers are reflected by city, by state, and also by region of the world. I will see you in the next lesson. Hello.